A 2-1 defeat to Halifax Town today. What did you make of that?
We're disappointed to lose because I'm sat here or stood here again, having lost a game that we haven't deserved to lose. But the penalty area, or what goes on in the penalty area, quite often more than often than not, decides most games, and we've been punished at one end and not punished at them at the other end. Because in that spell, in the first 10 minutes of the second half, I'm guessing, but 5 really good chances, and these aren't half chances. They're really good chances. When you're 1v1 with the keeper, you've got to punish people. We've scored one. That's probably the worst thing we could have done, because we've gone and conceded a shocking goal from our perspective at the other end. Goals will always be overanalyzed, and from their perspective they'll think our goal's a poor goal, but I think it's a really good goal, whereas from my perspective they'll think their goals are decent goals. I think they're horrific. So that's disappointing, but we can't affect it. You've got to get on with it and look forward now to a hard week for us, and look forward to next week's game.
As you mentioned, it was a relatively quiet first half, but we really flew out the traps early in the second. Were you disappointed that we didn't score beforehand?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, we spoke at half time about and whether it's because you get 2 results. We spoke about it on Monday, to be fair, at half time, about being braver now. The way home we're a footballing team, and we've got to step in and make overloads, and we knew that if our 2 centre halves got on the ball, that they'd drop a man in and around Lewis, so then we can step in and make an overload in the middle of the pitch, and all of a sudden then James and Jack and people like that can affect the game, which they did to, like I say, really good effect for the first 10 minutes of the second half. But it's all well and good saying that you have to stick your chances away, because we've tore through them, in fairness, in that first 10 minutes, and had really good chances, and disappointed that we haven't scored more than what we have. In saying that, I suppose when you're looking at it, you can't be going into games thinking we need to score 3 with all the chances we get in order for us to win a game. We've got to do better at the other end.
We came up against an old foe in Tom Denton today. He scored 2 goals that won the game for Halifax. Were you more disappointed than conceding the goals in the manner that they conceded?
Yeah, of course. Without looking at them, it's hard to. Not hard. You have a one-off view, if you like, from the sideline. We again, poor clearance from the far side where we should clear the ball. We end up again not on a person's weaker foot, on the stronger foot, and nothing clearance 10-15 yards when it should go 60 yards. And then Paul comes in our box too easily. A header that I think Reece touches onto the crossbar, but ultimately no one follows it in, and he's got an open goal, if you like. And then the second goal, a long diagonal punt, a huge gap between the centre backs, but he's in essence played a 1-2. He's won a header, set down, and then put the ball in. And you've got to deal with that. You have to deal with that. It's not like, or you've got to find a way to deal with it. That's the biggest disappointment, because it was no surprise. We knew coming here what they do and how to or how they play, and you have to be able to deal with that. And as a centre back, probably of the old-fashioned variety, that's a game I love to have played in, because put a big lad against me, and that's even more disappointing, because I know how much I suppose I'd have relished that challenge and that battle, and for us to end up losing a game because of, or in the manner that we have, is disappointing.
He had 2 debutants making their debut today, in Jordan Richards and Luke Burke. How do you think they did, and when realistic could we expect Zane Francis Angol to be back?
Well, hopefully Zane will be back for next weekend. Again, he's already done some light running and had no reaction to that, so to get him back will be, like I said, be massive. We're still actively looking to bring in another centre half. But having, like I say, having Jordan and having Luke in gives us other options. Like I say, Luke's one we've been after for a long time. He's only trained with us a couple of times, but he's a modern day fullback. He'll get up and down. He's defensively good enough, and wants to go forward. So we're looking forward to working with him. Jordan obviously has come on in an unnatural position for him on the opposite side, as was with Josh. And he's signing on contract now, really, to have a look at him. We've not had a chance to. We've seen him in training. He's played a couple of development games, but really need to see him in a competitive, tough game, if you like, to see what he brings and what he can add to us. So it's another one that was, or another two that we've brought in. They add numbers to us and gives us, like I say, some other selection permutations. We still need to add to what we've got them.
Next Saturday sees us play Bromley at Mill Farm, a team we've never played before. Do you have any idea of what to expect from them?
No. Listen, it's a hard one. I'll watch back and we'll have had some of their game today, and we'll watch the videos back, which we're fortunate enough to do with the deal that the league have with Scout 7, so we can get all their footage just as much as they can get our footage. To change this season obviously to a 3G pitch, whether that's affected how they play, I don't know, but regardless, we expect a really tough game. You got a team that are coming that, again, even looking back at results, battered Leighton Orient 6-1, did they? And so no game's easy, and we expect another really tough game. But like I say again, hopefully I'm stood in front of a camera next week, either saying we've got what we deserved because we've played well, or we've got what we didn't deserve and we still won the game, even though we've not played as well as what we have today. Because it, like I say, gets a bit boring at times, saying the same things, and ultimately we can't affect the result, but we'll look back and over the course of the week and know that we should have got something from today's game. We can't affect it, we move on.
Thanks, Charles.
Cheers, thank you.